It's actually a 94 Chevrolet pickup truck. I just got an air horn, came off of a dump truck, and I got some air supply in the vehicle. And when I got a little button on the dash, I just blow the horn, pop, pop, make it sound like I'm in an old-time car there, right?
You don't know, man, you know. I can't, gotta get Wi-Fi, or stream. We gotta be live streaming video gates, but all that, although that would cause a lot of echo. Do some live streaming on location, driving around with Wi-Fi and video gating.
There's the antenna on my truck today. I melted the other one. I had my very first car on my Badboy truck for probably, I'd say that thing been on there since '09. And just the last couple of months ago, man, I hit a branch and it cracked the top of the car on it. I put that bad boy on there. I had good S's on it, man, real good S's. I keyed it up, damn, I got to the job site where I was going, did my job, left, went bullshit with some of my buddies. Get out there, my buddy said, what's all that white stuff up on the roof of your truck? What's all that shit up there? And we started looking, it melted the whole side of the damn car, bro.
Oh yeah, man. You know, when you're messing around with this stuff, it's expensive, man. The other day, I swear to God, my wife came home. I got my two little guys in school, so I was shitting around in here, and she walked in the door, and let me just check something. Ooh. She walked in the door, and I thought I put my driver in standby mode. So I'm like, okay. So because I like cooling everything down. I go to a cool down cycle. Let the air blow on the. It's all steel, steel pre-driver, driver, and then steel pump house. So I come back in here. I'm like, what the hell? Oh well, there's a $500 tube in a trash can. Apparently I had to plate the grid short. So I was like, God damn, man. I wasn't even trying. I could understand if I was transmitting. Blowing. I'd rather be talking and have it blow up in my face than being in the cool down mode. But I didn't take it. I still had bias on it. So, it sucked, man. $500 in the toilet.
Man, you ain't never lying, bro. One of my buddies had you ever seen that company, H&Y Electronics? He bought one of those KLH amps or something like that. Man, and you got them tubes, little two glass tubes in there. Then he went outside, cut some grass and shit, and he went into the key-down mode. Dude, it started melting shit underneath the shelves under the desk and all that. Bro, some lady coming there, get rid of all this shit. You ain't gonna burn my damn house down with this CD crap. He called me up, he said, "By your boy, I need to sell all my stuff, man. The old lady's pissed at me. I'm gonna burn the house down."
Yeah, all the time, man. All the time. There's another story. I swear to God, when I was playing ham radio, I was building a house back in Pennsylvania. I put all my shit in a storage bin. I had a supercharged Camaro, pubbed out. It was a '67 Camaro, 671 blower on a 468, all in there, all tucked away. I had a homebrew 4-1000 driven by a pair of A33s. I used to play around with a temporary dipole on ham radio, and then a 10 horsepower 5,000 watt generator one of them Coleman generators. I'm sitting there talking to my friends because I couldn't, you know, I was in between locations. Really, I had nowhere to put anything. And all of a sudden, the back of the oil, I had oil came out of the reactor. You have your plate transformer, and then you have a reactor, filter reactor, DC block reactor, and then a cap. Anyway, the reactor leaked, caught the insulation on the rack panel, wicked it up, and then apparently a spark from the transformer lit the back of that fiberglass insulation shit on fire. I had a fire going while I was talking on the air. I'm like, my buddy's like, you're breaking up. I'm hearing some crackling. I ran, and I didn't see any of it because the transmitter was, the back of the transmitter was facing outside. You know those roll-up doors? So I didn't see shit, but he could hear everything crackling just because of the room ambience. I'm not hearing nothing, you know, just the way the noise gate was on the processor. God, so I had to put it out with a fire extinguisher. I had to, and you know what kind of mess that makes, you know, ABC, man. There you go, all that powder everywhere. It took a year to clean that shit up.
Oh, yeah. Lord have mercy, they got to get all up in that interior. All the little cracks and crevices. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, one of my friends, man, he cut one loose at his shop one time. He had a little fire. Some shit from I don't know, barbecue pit or something. Something got up right there and caught some stuff in fire on the corner of the shop. And he got out there with a damn fire extinguisher, bro. They had shit everywhere in there, bro.
Oh yeah, that yellow powder. Oh man, you could blow it out with air till you're green in the face, man. That shit is everywhere. You gotta actually wash it out. This is what they say, you know, the putting out the fire causes more, you know, with water and extinguishers, causes more damage than the fire itself.
Yeah, no, you ain't never lying about that. But boy, you look at that damn smoke damage, boy, go catch a damn car on fire and all that shit. You know they got fuel up in there. You said you got that booze. You run out of that hot stuff. Man, that shit blew up in there. Now I got it over in Impala, a 63 Impala, and I got it parked in the shop. I don't have no motor or nothing in it just yet. But man, once I get some fuel in there, they call it, we'll start parking outside.
Oh yeah, this is back in I got a bunch of other cars too. I got a blown T-bucket out there. This is back in the 90s. I did all that. I've had so many mishaps. I can't even count. I remember taking a 5-gallon plastic jug of fuel when I smoked cigarettes. I used to burn them one after the other. I remember I had a cigarette in the side of my mouth, and I had some fuel for another race car, and I remember opening up the cap of that fuel and sticking my face down in that cap of that fuel with the cigarette hanging out of the side of my mouth. Now, God must have been with me. God was with me. I swear to God, because I'm still here.
Hey, how old Jeff Foxworth is that?
Absolutely. What the hell happened to conditions, man? Looks like, wait a minute, let's see what happened.
It's kind of moving around in the
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I've jumped curbs, blown 4 tires, ripped tie rod ends out, pitman arm off the steering box, A-arms, ball joint, area, doing like 90 miles an hour going through a mall parking lot. Big 12-inch concrete curbs like cleaned off the bottom of a car.
I bet you that's a wake-up call right there, huh? Oh, man, I was riding one of my buddies. He had an old car, had hydraulics on it. And the damn hydraulic cylinders, Jack, let me tell you something. They don't run at all. I mean, it's like you're riding a wagon. So we hit that goddamn curve, blew out of the over two with them bacon on some little spoke wheels. So the damn rims off to the drums, man. We still have drums all the way around. Bent the drums, everything. Damn it, boy. Next thing you know, I'm halfway on top again, flipped over in the car. Come on.
Yeah. You know what it is? I figured it all out. If if you're out there and you're messing around, man, you're gonna pay, man. If you just sit home and watch movies, everything's cool. But if you're out there on the ragged edge of shit, you're out there messing around with your stuff and you're hanging out with your boys and everybody's got toys and racing and whether it's radios or cars or something's not gonna go right. I'm telling you, sometimes you just gotta say, I'm just gonna chill out tonight. You just gotta chill, man, and for real, and that's the truth, cause it gets expensive. Boy, does it get expensive.
Yeah, I got some little bumper stickers on all my vehicles. I got a bunch of my buddies that all hang out and shit. You remember the old STP logo? Like on the all cans? Well, I minused off the letter S and I put another letter P there, and that's the stickers made. PTT. You got a pay to play, big brother.
That's right, you do, man. I used to have a bunch of drag bikes, all kind of shit, man. Oh, man, all kind of stuff. Breaking stuff, blowing stuff up, laying brand new. I think got 5 miles on it, laying brand new bikes down, just laying them down. I mean, I'll never forget my Gixxer, my 1100 Gixxer, brand new, just bought it. Thing just rolled off the kickstand. I got a park thing, I got it idling, big Vance and Hines on it. Just watched it. I couldn't get to it in time. Just fell right off the kickstand in front. Oh man, I'm telling you, everything, radio shit. Name something. I set a couple Scotch pines on fire with a dipole I had. I'm sitting there talking, playing music through it, and all of a sudden I go outside. My neighbor's banging on my door. He says, "You got a fire in your tree." I had to call the fire department to get that out. I couldn't get it out. It was too high.
Yeah, you never lie. One of my buddies, we went out there to this campground, North Louisiana. So we go riding 4-wheelers there once a year. We have a little get together. Well, it's probably about 2 hours away from the house. So I said, man, I'm gonna hook my damn Studebaker up to like an IMAX 2000 or something. And I got a bow and arrow, shot a rope up in the tree. I pulled it up to the top of like a 80-foot pine tree. Got the antenna all the way up to the top up there, bro. We dropping them all. My buddy said, "Hey man, he said, what happens if we in a damn national forest?" He said, "What happens if it catches that tree on fire?" I said, "Well, we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it."
Yeah, because if everybody thinks that antenna's got to stand straight up in the air, no, it could stand straight down in the air and work the same way, man. Don't have to be straight up in the air. Oh yeah, I burn up everything, man. Coax, all kind of stuff, man. I got a whole drawer, man. It's just I just walk around repairing shit. I got a Bobcat, a little skid steer Bobcat 763 with a half-yard bucket. I'm talking to my buddy, man. I back right into my house. It doesn't care that my house is there. I put a big hole in my house.
Hey, another bad thing too is when you're trying to drive in between two houses and you got the bucket up and you're looking at the ground to make sure that you make it at the bottom. You don't hit no faucets on the side of the house or nothing. And the damn front end loader of the tractor's up in the air and you tear all the damn boxing off.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not an operator. I'm a air conditioner guy. I'm not an operator like some of these guys. I'm out there moving my neighbors some gravel around for him because that's all that's out here. And he had a piece of PVC and his clean out. There, well, he had a clean out. Now it's smooth because I took his clean out, smooth, clear off his right off the ground, gone, smooth. So now I got to dig it up, get some 4-inch PVC and an adapter, and then put another rubber Fernco on top. There goes his clean out. You go by his house, you can hear his shower running, his toilet flushing. It all echoes.
The first time that some bitch is in there, bro, get you a little piece of pipe and you start talking in there. Hey, what you doing in there? What you doing in there?
Yeah, the only problem is he thinks it's funny, but he's got a daughter. His daughter's like my son's age, and he's got his wife. So I got to make sure he's in there. I got to make sure they're out and he's in there. I'll be like, I'll give him a heart attack. He's the kind of get a heart attack.
One of my buddies, I did that. Him and his old lady was watching the movie, and they got 2 boxers in the house. And I walked up to the window unit, and I went, man, what y'all doing in there? All them goddamn dogs. I heard old girl start hollering, oh, goddamn dogs with the knock the window unit off, bro.
Oh yeah. It's some funny, crazy stuff, man. Yep. All the time. You know, we go out shooting all the time, and every time we go out shooting, every time we're out there, we're shooting. Something happens, ricochets. I'm sitting there sighting in something. I got one of the guns I have a Bushmaster, just a 5.56, 223 NATO, and I'm sighting it in. I got it on a little bipod. And I'm sighting it in, and I just put the scope on it on the DIN rail, and I'm messing around with it. And it's not even set up at all. It's not even the mounts ain't right. I'm actually shooting through the side of my plastic on my Avalanche. I got bullet holes in my buddy goes like this. He goes, "Are you shooting your car?"
There it was. It was all bad, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't. I should have, set it up. I didn't set it up. Everybody's, I didn't set it up. Everybody's walking around and all this other shit, and they're all shooting and putting targets out there. Clear. It's clear. I'm going out there. I'm going to go see it. It's clear. And I'm all sighting this thing, and all of a sudden it was my turn. I wasn't even in it. Oh, my God. So, how do you fix those things? How do you fix that shit?
Yeah, that's some shit that happens right there, bro. I know a couple of buddies that, with the deer hunting and all that shit. They got a lot of deer hunting around here. Man, I know those all looking at shit.
Oh, yeah. All the time. All the time. Okay. I'm going to go get something to eat. What's going on in here? Anyway, you got that thing's got a big hammer out there. You got a big hammer out there. What antenna are you using? Which antenna you got up there?
It's 7 element. It's kind of stretched on a little bit. Direct fed with 7 teliacs there, Roger.
Oh yeah, it's smoking, man. It's smoking. And then the way usually I'm not a big proponent of all that forward swing, but your forward swing's nice because it's not pumping. It doesn't have that pumping effect. You got about 15 dB of forward swing, man. So your maul's at 50 and you're swinging to 65.
Hey, I want the action. Like on this thing. It's pretty decent, pretty clear.
Oh yeah, I have the capability to do it, but I gotta get the plug. I gotta make a they want a fiber cable to USB. Or is it FireWire to USB? I gotta go look in the Kenwood book again on the receiver. But what it'll do, it'll loop back. So I could play. I'll be able to record and play like tracks just with a button without a computer. So I won't, you know what I mean. This way it'll be straight through the radio the way you hear it, without anybody's EQ or anything in the way. I got to look at the loopback circuit. Now some guy figured it out, and you could record. You could just push a button. You go, CQ, CQ, CQDX, CQ calling CQ, and then put your call in. Blah 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 blah, and that'll be track number 1. But when I do it, it'll receive it. I can receive, but I need to be able to loop it back and play it. So that's how the guy figured it out, by plugging the firewire into the USB with a little tiny 3-foot jumper.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, bro, this radio right here. All that. He come over here the other day and I was showing him like the receiver of it, and he was like, damn, dude. He said, well, that thing sounds good. I said, yeah. I said, man, it almost sounds better than a keyboard you got. Boy, he started laughing.
No, it does. Well, I can't hear you receive, but your transmit audio is kicking some ass. It's amazing transmit audio out of that thing, man. I mean, you should hear it. It's just, and you're not running no echo. I don't know what kind of audio processing you got there, but man, it's kicking some ass.
A Marshall mic. Ain't nothing too fancy, bro, but it gets out there and gets the job done.
Oh, it's loud. Yeah, I do one of them little video things. It's gonna come out like shit through that iPhone speaker. But you should hear yourself through the mixer. I'm gonna have to do that, and I'll get that set up. We had carpet installed a couple years ago, and it all went to shit from Home Depot. And I raised hell. I got crazy, man. I got freaking crazy. Went into Home Depot. Long story short, they're replacing all the carpet in here, so I'm gonna have to break all this stuff down. And when I break it down, that's when I'm gonna do my loop back. So I got a whole room full of radio shit I gotta break apart. Man, it's gonna suck. And then I gotta move a gun safe and just a lot of real heavy stuff, and put everything in its boxes, and I can't have loose guns around that day, and oh man, it's gonna be a nightmare. So they're coming next Wednesday. So oh man, what a pain in the ass. It just takes so long. And then you hook the shit back up and you have some kind of hum.
Something won't be driving something the right way. Well, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna hit the road. I gotta get some food going here, and been a pleasure again. I heard you, man. You're so strong. Before you were just you were on this Kenwood. You were just taking out 28. I'm like, what the hell is that? You were like desensing my receiver before when you were finishing up with that other fella. Bayou Boy with that badass station of yours, man. Smoking. Really is, man. It's loud. Put it on you later, man. Take care. Badboy, Westside, Coast to Cal. I'll see ya. Got it all. Yeah, it's nice to have a conversation where everybody's not all stepping on you and shit. Everybody wants to get out here and horse race. Everybody wants to drag race and stuff, but it's nice just to talk to somebody without anybody stepping on your asses, Both of us stepping on our asses. All right, man, take care. I'll see ya.
Clear, my big brother. We gonna holler, man. Bayou Boy, BYU.
Well, Bayou Boy Must can hear me out here on the west side today. Hey, good afternoon or good evening time. Hey, Bayou Boy, station in 420, Portland, Oregon.
I heard St. Louis Mobile real quick, and I heard somebody else in the show me. How about the St. Louis Mobile real quick, and then I'm gonna get the other guy.